All right, so I am setting up the process for inviting people to sign up to receive text messages. I asked Paul what if he would be willing to share the process he used when he invited his audience. So this is the document he shared. Sort of has the flow mapped out up here. And then down here, he has it broken down probably at a more granular level than most people operate, but this is just a little insight into how Paul's brain works. Invite one, invite two, and then a landing page for them to register, and then a thank you page that they would see after they register. And I actually did almost the same thing. So here's what that looks like in my campaign. They will get one email with an invite to confirm their number. And then if they don't confirm, a few days later, they'll get a second invite, okay? When they click that link, it's going to take them to this landing page. I used the legacy landing page builder, really because this is internal, so the design is not as important to me. Then once they confirm, it'll go into here and send a confirmation. So let's actually, let's test this with my test contact, Ron Swanson. So let's add Ron to that sequence. So it is the text message broadcast campaign and the invite to SMS notifications. Save. There we go. And the first email scheduled for tomorrow at 8 a.m. because it's already after 5 p.m. So I'll just process that manually here. I'll send the second one as well, just so we can see how it looks in our inbox. Okay, so here is the first one. Looks good. And then here is the second email. Just wanted to make sure I saw the email the other day. So this would be 4 days after the first one. But the key here is when I click this link, it should take me to the legacy landing page, and it should pre-fill my phone number, 517, that's correct. And then we'll update here. And that is the correct confirmation page. So that all worked. And just like that, I got the notification, the text message here. Hey, and it worked. Greg here from MonkeyPod. If you're reading this, it means two things. You trust me, and we've leveled up our friendship. Hooray, ×2. So that is working successfully. We're making progress here. I think the next move is to jump on the phone with Paul. I'll do a test with him. And then if it works for him, I think we're ready to add the OG members to this invite sequence. So stay tuned. Paul, I love you, man.
Love you too, brother. It's good to see you.
Yeah. It's funny. Man, delays are the name of the game for this project. It like, the project itself isn't that big. It's just I think a raw look at like a reality that I think a lot of small business owners will either relate to or like have their own version of. Maybe it's not identical, but like stuff that lingers on your to-do list for too long. So Paul, unbeknownst to you, we hit a milestone. Yeah, so I sent the first test text message to myself through the system, and it worked, and I was able to confirm and opt in, and I recorded that process, and that was a win. But then it was like several weeks before I did anything again.
And I'm sorry,
well,
I take accountability. That's my next newsletter. Like I told you that it's written. Like I literally have a keep note, like a Google Keep note with all the content in it, and I just got to pop it and do a couple landing pages and like an email. Like,
dude, I get it. It's all good. It's all good. When people see this content, the timeline that it took to produce it will be irrelevant because the content itself will exist, but they'll have hindsight of knowing, man, that was a slog, but they get to watch it in this condensed, expedited version. So what you shared with me was a screenshot or a doc, maybe a PDF of like the breakdown of your own build. But what I want to do on today's call is I want to add you to that process. And then I want you to share your screen while you get the invite email, while you confirm your number, and then make sure you receive the text message. Okay, so here's what I'm going to share my screen. Here are the 2 contact records I have for Paul Sokol in my database. But here is the invite to SMS notifications sequence that I built, just mirroring yours. And then this is going to add you to that sequence. Yeah, you should have those emails in a second here. You can, pull it up on your computer, and then I want you to share your screen before you click the link. It should map your email address through to a hidden field and give you the opportunity to keep or change the phone number that you have. I wound up using phone field 3, Paul, for my text messaging because
Interesting.
I already had a bunch of phone numbers in phone field 1, and I wasn't sure if those were mobile numbers, office numbers, landlines, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I exported all those and I re-imported them to phone field 3. And then I give people the choice, hey, do you want to keep this number or do you want to change it? That way I still have the original data preserved, but they also have the opportunity to update it.
Wow.
Maybe unnecessary.
No, not Greg. That's the relationship right there. You care. That's such a good experience. Like, hey, here's the number I have on file.
Thanks, buddy. This is the grand reveal, my friend.
I know, this is fun.
If this goes well, which I'm hoping it will, then the next move is to invite the OG members to opt into this process. Did those emails show up?
Bam, Greg at MonkeyPod. So I love it. So I want to experience, because I haven't seen the copy yet. Like, I love your voice and all this kind of jazz. So shall we take things to the next level? Let me get those digits. Dude, I love your voice. It's so funny. And I bet that's the header.
That is the pre.
Yep. And the pre-header. Yep. All right. Well, Paul, today's a big day. For a long time, I've wanted to set up text messaging for MonkeyPod.
Little dash of personality.
Dude, this isn't a dash of personality. This is you walk in the house and you're like, ooh, Greg Jenkins, that's so funny. Okay.
It's good,
okay,
right?
So if you want to confirm it, then let's boogie. Okay. I love it. All right. So let's look at the next one then.
They both link to the same, or both the links there and this link in the second email all go to the same page. So it doesn't matter which one you click.
Let's make sure you send me a text message from MonkeyPod. Again, great email marketing. It's just to the point. Here's what's going on.
Simple, straightforward, no distractions. Yep. Here's the action I want you to take.
Boom.
So
let's take this thing to the next level. Just to confirm a number. You can see text messages. Yeah, and then if
all right, so that's the next page. Okay, so there's your phone.
Voice. Oh, latest and greatest. Yeah. Latest and greatest. Do you want in? Yes. Let's see if it doesn't have to be all caps.
I think it'll take that.
I know, right? Yeah. Woo!
Okay. That is a successful test, and it worked. Well, I think you can stop sharing. I think that's what we needed to capture. So now on the contact record, once permission is obtained, it shows their opt-in status below that number.
Yeah, that's super cool.
And this text messages tab then shows, the interactions that you've had with them. So that has successfully deployed, and you can see it's the same contact record. So that means that the hidden field mapping worked properly as well. But Paul, buddy, that's a W. Points on the board. Okay.
It is points on the board.
Next process for me is to add the OG members to this. But that's it. That'll be the next phase of this project. And then, I'll have to figure out a way to elegantly invite my blog subscribers. I need to figure out the right way to make sure that I'm not offering them a service I can't fulfill on. So that's all I wanted to share on this call. This worked great, and I'm happy that you saw it and that it worked for you as well. Fun. I appreciate your help in bringing it to life. So I wanted to share with you that, hey, this has gone live, because you passed it back to me a few weeks ago and hadn't seen the stuff that I had worked on in the meantime.
Anyway, we're done nerding out. This has been
okay. With that said, I'll put a pin in this for now, and then I'll circle back with the next round of updates when I have added and invited the OG members to this process.